Hello, good morning, children. We will continue understanding from yesterday's topic. Okay, so the first thing which I'm going to discuss is some points which you can see in the green words over there. Then we will read some important terms. Okay, then we will try to complete this chapter today. Okay, so let us try to read and understand what is name box is. Okay, so name box is actually um what they say, it's actually a point or a structure, okay, which displays the name of the active cells or cell reference. Okay, then comes your formula bar. Okay, children, now in formula bar what happens is it displays the contents of the active cell and is located above the worksheet. Okay, and it can also be used for entering or editing data, labels and formula. Okay, that means whenever you want to write any formula, okay, or whenever you want to do any addition, subtraction, division, anything in a ms excel document, you can use the formula bar to write all the formulas. Okay, and you can do addition, subtraction, whatever mathematical things you want to do. Okay, mathematical solution you want to do in your ms excel, you can do in the formula bar. Okay, then comes your column letter. Okay, column letter is a worksheet. Okay, like in a worksheet is displayed vertically usually. Okay, and each column is identified by the column letter. Okay, you can say alphabets a b c d like that. Okay, understanding which we discussed yesterday also. Column letters are all alphabetically written cells which you see in the top of the worksheet. Okay, over there, or you can say spreadsheet. Okay, then your rows number you will see on the side, on the left hand side. Okay, and it is indicated with numbers. Okay, so rows in a worksheet, they are saying, is displayed horizontally. That means it is straight. Okay, it's horizontally, it's straight. Okay, then rows number is identified by, you can say, numbers called row number. Okay, in a row header. Okay, then comes your active cells, children. Okay, now active cells. Okay, um, the selected cell is called active cell. That means whichever cell you are working on, in whichever cell, or you can say the box which is inside the spreadsheet, in whichever spreadsheet you are writing something, that is called active cell. Okay, so it is displayed with a bold border. Okay, in the worksheet, in the figure. Okay, cell a1 is the active cell. Okay, that means whichever cell which you are working on is actually called as the active cell. Okay, then in the figure also you can see the active cell over here. See, children, this is called the active cell over here. The class 5 is written, isn't it, over there? So that column is actually called the active cell. Okay, understanding. Now what else they are saying over here is that the column letter and the row and number corresponding to the active cell gets highlighted. Okay, type data to place it on the active cell. That means whenever you are writing anything in the active cell, it gets highlighted means it gets colored. As you can see over here, all the other cells are not colored, it is not yellow over there, but only the cell which we are working on over here has become yellow, isn't it? So it gets highlighted. Okay, understanding, children? So that actually happens. Okay, that is what is being said over here. Okay, understanding. Now what else they are saying is your sheet tab. Okay, what is sheet tab? Okay, it is present at the bottom of the worksheet. Okay, it indicates the name of the worksheet. Okay, so sheet tab, what usually it does is it indicates the name of the worksheet. Okay, it indicates the name of the worksheet. That means whatever worksheet you are working on is actually indicated over there. Okay, now some important terms. Okay, some important terms which you have to remember in case of ms excel. Now we are going to discuss that. Okay, understanding, children? So the some important term which we are discussing right now is um, your worksheet. Okay, now what is worksheet? Okay, so a worksheet is a collection of cells in the form of rows and columns. Okay, there are by default three worksheets in a workbook. That means there will be three worksheets, like sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3. You can see in this figure also, children. In your book also you can see it clearly. Okay, now there are represented these are represented, I mean, in the form of tabs. Okay, above the status bar. That means it is usually represented as tab only above the status bar, they are saying. Okay, now what is workbook? Okay, workbook, each file is known as workbook. Okay, each file is known as workbook. Okay, it can hold many worksheet. Okay, the default workbook is book one. Okay, that means by default, whichever worksheet is there, that is called book one. Okay, that means sheet one or book one is the workbook which you will every time whenever you open the MS Excel, you will find that thing in it. Okay, understanding? Now next over there is your columns. Okay, now what is columns? Columns are arranged vertically. These are represented in the form of letters from A to Z, and then AA to AZ, and so on. Okay, that means there is in total 16,384 columns. Okay, that means there is unlimited, you can say, columns. You can create a very huge document also inside the MS Excel. Okay, children, because there is around 16,384 columns. Okay, understanding? Most of the times we don't need to work on it, but sometimes when you are creating a very big document, we can use all the columns inside the inside the worksheet. Okay, understanding, children? Now comes your row. Okay, so rows are arranged horizontally, and these are numbered 1 to 1 lakh 48,000 10 lakh 48,576. That means there is around 10 lakh rows, children. Okay, that means you can say around almost you can say it is unlimited only, children. Okay, it will be used, there will be huge number of, you can say, rows. Okay, and we can write as many datas as we wish. Okay, over there. Okay, so sometimes the data can be very big also inside MS Excel. Okay, understanding, children? So these are the important terms which we need to remember in case of MS Excel. Now we are going to discuss some other important terms, like for example cell. Okay, now what is cell, children? Okay, a cell is an intersection of rows and columns. Yes, whenever rows and column intersect each other, that means whenever they cross each other, they make cell. Okay, children. Then each cell can store a single item of data. That means each cell can store a single item of any data. It can be your name, it can be your class, it can be your school, it can be your district, it can be any kind of information, children. Okay, understanding? Your address, your location, whatever. Okay, you can write any data over there. Okay, this data can be text, number, and data value. Yes, as I said, you children, it can be text. That means it can be any alphabet, it can be any number, or it can be any data value. Okay, it can be any datas. Okay, understanding, children? Now comes your cell reference. Okay, now what is cell reference? Cell reference is the column letter and row number that identifies a single cell. For example, A1 is the cell reference of the selected cell in the worksheet shown. Okay, a cell reference can be brought off as a cell's name. Okay, the address of the first cell in a worksheet is A1, and the last cell address is XFD 1048576. Okay, so understanding, children, that means cell reference actually help us to understand on which you are actually, on which cell you are working on. Okay, that means when I say XFD 1048576, it means that I am working on the last cell of the A1. Okay, A1 series. Okay, understanding, children? That means whichever reference, whichever cell I am working on, it has its own reference. Like for example, like your house also has house number, isn't it, children? Which is given by the panchayat. Okay, same thing, even the cells of the what they say, worksheet has its own address. Okay, which is usually denoted by letters. Okay, first three words are letters, then all the other words are numbers only over there. Okay, understanding, children? So that is what is cell reference. Cell reference actually gives the exact address, or you can say location, of any cell which you are working on. Okay, then comes your cell range. Okay, now what is cell range? Okay, cell range is a collection of continuous cells selected. Every cell range has a name. Okay, just as every cell has a unique name as cell address. Okay, a cell range name consists of cell address of the first cell. Okay, and a colon and the last cell address diagonally. For example, B2 is to B6. Okay, so cell range means the cells which you have selected, children. Okay, the cells which you have selected, okay, while performing any kind of action in the MS Excel. Okay, cell range helps us to understand, okay, that which cells you have continuously selected. Okay, understanding. So if I say B2 is to B6, which example also they have given over there, it means that I have selected cells B2 to B6. Okay, that means all the cells which is selected from B2 to B6 is your cell range. Okay, understanding, children? You can see in this picture also, all the cells which is yellowish in color over there, okay, is your continuous cell which is selected. Okay, and this is the cell range. Okay, so as you can see, B2 has been selected to B6. Okay, understanding, children? So this is how we select a cell range. Okay, now the smallest range in a single cell and the largest cell is the entire worksheet. Okay, that means from the smallest cell to the largest cell, okay, whatever you have selected is the range of any cell. Okay, then the in here they are saying, number one, press the left mouse button at B2, drag it diagonally to C4, release the left mouse. Okay, so this is how we can select a range. Okay, now how to exit from a Excel window? That means now you have done all your work, you have written all the whatever you wanted to write in the document, you have written. Now by chance you want to exit. Okay, so for that, what you have to do, for that you have to click on the file tab, then click on the exit option, the way it is shown over here also. See, children? Okay, then after that you can easily exit from MS Excel window. Okay, and you can save the data also. Okay, understanding, children? So this is how you can exit from MS Excel. Okay, got it? So this is how our chapter also gets over. Okay, so if you don't understand any part of this video, you can rewind and see. Okay, and you can watch this video again and again unless you don't understand. Okay, understanding, children? So this is how the video gets over. Okay, children, so I hope you have understand. Okay.